Hello everyone, Dr. John Bartemus here with Accelerate Thinking. This episode I want to cover a topic we'll call pillow talk. And I have my friend Dante here as my model. And what I want to cover today is basically, I get asked a lot about mattresses and pillows and sleep position and what's the best way to combine all of those things for spinal health. And so we're going to cover that today. So there's 3 ways you can sleep basically: on your back, on your side, and on your stomach. Right now, Dante's on his side, so we'll cover side first. In terms of spinal health, there's nothing wrong with sleeping on your side as long as you do it correctly, but correctly is not very common. So Dante, why don't you go ahead and put your head down for me. So this is probably, here we'll give him a pillow here. Yeah, this is probably the most common way people sleep on their side. So their legs are just flopped down on each other, stacked at the shoulders, and head up. As you can see, Dante probably won't stay in this position all night because the shoulder down here could get sore. He may get numbness and tingling in the hands, so he'll have to shift some. So you do always get that?
Always get tingling there. Yep.
Alright, so we're going to correct Dante to put him in a proper ergonomic sleep position to prevent the numbness and tingling and the back pain. So as you can see, if the legs are just flopped around, as Dante gets comfy at night, he probably brings this one up and lets it droop down some.
Absolutely.
And when that happens, that's torquing out the hips. So he's and if he pulls this shoulder out to relax the numbness and tingling, he becomes kind of a torqued out pretzel there. So that's not good for the pelvis because that's 6-8 hours of torque through the pelvis or twisting of that lumbar spine, which can cause back pain there. So what we want to do is keep that lumbar spine balanced. So all we're going to do is take another pillow, this is my pillow today, and slide that right between the knees. So voila, Dante went from a torqued out low back to a nice level stacked low back. Knees are stacked and not knocking together, so there's no pain there. And what's that feel like compared to the torque version?
I mean, it's a complete relief of pressure.
Yeah.
It feels terrific.
Yeah, so that pressure that was there for 6 to 8 hours causing low back pain is now gone with the simple addition of a pillow. And so when I first started, the first 2 weeks, this thing, by an hour into sleep would be gone somewhere else under the covers in my bed or off the bed. So you'll have to consciously pull it with you as you turn and roll for the first 2 weeks, but once you get used to it, it'll just be second nature. So we'll put that part in there. To ease the shoulder, we'd roll them out like he did. You come off the arm bone, the humerus, come off from being stacked on it, and that'll take pressure off there. And then another source of numbness and tingling in the hands is your neck being all kinked up differently, one way or the other. So for pillow thickness, which is a common question for side sleepers, we want the pillow to be thick enough to hold Dante's head in neutral. So if the pillow was too thick here, his head would be jacked up this way, and if it was too thin, he's going to be kinked down that way. Regardless of which way it is, too thick or too thin, that's not good for Dante's neck. Again, we're looking at 6-8 hours of kinkage one way or the other, leading to soft tissue shortening, neck pain, headaches, numbness and tingling in the arms and hands, things of that nature. So we keep the head stacked, the knees stacked, and we keep the spine in neutral. Healthy sleeping position on the side. Alright? Any questions there?
Solid.
Alright.
Feels amazing.
The one question I will get is, what about those neck pillows on your side that induce the curves? Those are an absolute no when you're sleeping on your side. You're supposed to have curves in your neck from front to back, a nice reverse C shape here. That's what those pillows are for. You sleep on those when you're on your back. When you're on your side, those are inducing that curve sideways, which is a no-no and something we don't want to see. So just a normal pillow. Alright, well, let Dante go to his back now.
This is where my nights always start.
So, again, sleeping on your back is proper all the time as long as you're in the right position. So with Dante here, we can see this pillow is going to be too thick when he's on his back. You can see his chin is being brought closer to his chest, so he's in pretty much a seated reading position for 8-9 hours. That's not what we want to see. We want to see a thinner pillow or no pillow depending on the person's head. So Dante would do well without a pillow. or he'd be okay with a thinner pillow as well, or one of the contour pillows, which is going to raise the pillow up under his neck to help induce that curve, but then flatten out under his head. And I don't have an example of that for you, but you can imagine it looks like that. All right. One thing we do when you're on your back is, Dante's pretty tall, so I don't even think you can see his feet right now. So he's tall enough so that his legs are off the camera, and he's got that moment arm pulling down on his hips, which brings his back up, or his lumbar spine, off the table. So what he can do is break some of that tension by putting a pillow under his knees while on his back, and that allows the lumbar spine to get closer to the mattress, or even be on the mattress, so he's not sleeping in a super arch position. How's that feel?
Yeah, it's good. Flatten the back out a lot.
Yep. So again, with pregnancy, this helps too. With pregnant women, I know we have one on the way here, so
Absolutely.
that may be an addition for Kristen. So back sleeping is pretty straightforward. Just want to stay neutral in the spine and maybe take some pressure off the low back by putting a pillow under the knees. And the last position, we'll put him on his stomach here. My favorite. Yeah. So stomach sleeping would actually be almost okay if he had a pillow like this where his face could go straight down. So if we had pillows, if we slept on massage tables or chiropractic tables, it wouldn't be that bad, but we don't. So when we sleep on our stomach, the head is turned one way or the other, so go ahead and turn your head. And this is not good because you get 6 to 8 hours of head turning, neck kinkage, soft tissue shortening, which causes trigger points and headaches and tightness, loss of range of motion maybe throughout the day, and then the numbness and tingling in the arms, so you wake up with the dead hands, and you gotta like slap yourself in the face like that a few times to wake it up. Another reason, if you have a memory foam mattress or a really soft mattress, Dante's a 200+ pound guy, so he's going to sink into that mattress and probably cause hyperextension to the low back and low back pain with that. So stomach sleeping is a no-no unless you can stay absolutely neutral, including the head in the center, which most people can't. And even if you did that, you'd wake up with sinuses full of happiness. So that's to answer the questions I get commonly on mattresses and pillows and sleep position. Sleep position, we showed you, rewind it, correct yours. Pillows, it doesn't matter how, you don't have to spend $100 on pillows. You need to get a pillow that's going to hold your head in neutral, whether that's $4 from Walmart or $200 from Mattress King. Just make sure it's holding your head in neutral, and you're good there. So I'm Dr. John Bartemus with the magnificent Dante, and that's Pillow Talk. Have a great day.